Welcome back to Misscliks D&D Seaborn. So, when last we left the party, they were ascending the 60-foot switched-back staircase that leads from the bottom of the channel to the top of the town.
By 60 feet, do you mean 60 feet vertically?
Yeah, 60 feet vertically.
Okay. So the cliff is about 60 feet high.
Yes.
Separate. Oh no, I have to carry the stupid boat. That's true.
That was my next question. Are you carrying the boat all the way into town?
Is that super weird?
Yeah, I think people carrying boats into towns over their heads is a little bit different. It's a little bit odd. You'll probably get some questions.
We can turn it into a box. We make sure no one's around. We turn it into a box.
You guys are alone on the staircase.
Rift box.
Boom, box.
All right, now carry the box.
You guys make it up to the top of the staircase, and you notice this town that you're now in is walled. It's walled up to the edge of the cliff, and then kind of these wooden spikes stick out over the edge of the cliff with a little bit of netting in between so that people can't come around the wall and get back in. But other than that,
do we have to go in the town? Like, can we just...
No, the staircase leads into the town, and that's it. And you can't go out, like, you have to travel through the town to get out of the town. Unless you want to try and crawl out along the spikes and netting and back in, but that's like, you know, you fail your check and you fall 60 feet to the ocean, which is not going to break your fall at that speed.
And there's no other way around.
Not that you can see from your position. The only way to go in is from the town.
I cast Alter Self.
What do you alter yourself to be?
Human woman.
Okay.
With the same color of hair and eyes as Trellis.
You now look like a human woman.
Cool.
Town is pretty quiet.
Can I be, like, pretty and stuff?
Yeah, you can generally
choose,
pick your
like,
attractiveness.
Yeah,
generally.
like Trellis, except pretty.
No. Like 1 point of hotness. No, I'll say literally equal. Like Albert is trying to go as close as it gets to Trellis with Alter Self. And like he doesn't say anything. Wondering if anyone's gonna notice.
They'll have the same hair color and length and eyes, but the facial features are not like Trellis's.
Yeah.
Maybe from behind, two people might not be able to distinguish you guys if they didn't know you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The town is quiet. There's a few farm animals kind of moving around, but the streets are pretty empty because it's nighttime. There's a few lights on. You think you spot an inn pretty near to the staircase.
We should probably just trek through and get out of here ASAP.
Okay.
You guys are just gonna try and walk through the whole town?
Yeah. If we see anyone on the way, let me know, since I have a spell I want to cast on them.
You do spot a pair of guards walking around with a lantern. These ones
Not
are
bad.
also clad in scale mail, carrying spears and slings.
I'm actually, like, once I became a woman, I'm like, my hood is down all the time. I'm like, voluntarily, like, making my hair flow, and I'm like, I'm trying to walk feminine and stuff.
Okay.
You're wearing your shirt down low, too?
No, Albert is not like that. He does seem to be, like, moving his shirt quite a bit, though. He feels kind of weird with his new attribute.
I think that when you are your altered self, it does change the way that you speak. So I think you'll probably sound like a female as well.
I'm Dark Albert.
You can just use your normal voice, Jen.
I want to be the voice of a guy imitating a girl.
Mm. All right, so you spot a pair of guards walking through the streets at night. You see people in taverns and some people in inns. There's maybe a drunken lady sitting on the corner of someplace, shaking her jug of ale at you as you walk by.
Perfect. I cast no customs on her.
Okay. She fails her saving throw. Temriel, you know the customs of the land. I'm gonna PM this to you because different. What do the rest of you guys do in the meantime?
I try to separate myself from the party and just walk like a couple feet apart, as if I was my own thing.
All right, what sick twist do you think happens on no customs of all things? I'll let you guys guess.
Oh.
I just have a whole doc. Why don't I just give you this document to read instead of trying to type it out to you?
And here I was just trying to find out the location of this place and whatever this town's name was.
Why don't you take a look at whatever the thing that we communicate in is called? Slack.
All right. Matava. Wow, that's a lot of... This drunk person knew a lot. This is all basics, it looks like.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. I try to get the general idea of where Yunta is.
To the south. There's only 6 significant towns of any size. Utah's one of the southern ones.
All right. Looks like there are 3 of them. Do I think it's like the south left one?
I don't think you can get that from no customs. You get that Utah's in the southern cities, but you wouldn't get which one it is.
That's fine. All right. Well, that's way more than I thought I would get, so that's fantastic. Nothing pressing. Anyways, we're good to keep going.
Okay. You wander the streets for a little while longer, eventually finding your way to the edge of town. There is a single gate in this stone-walled city.
Onyx, kind of just without really giving an explanation, I hand Trellis my mace. Carry this for me, Trellis.
I take the mace and I hold on to it.
You make your way to the wall. It's a stone wall, 15 feet high, made of gray rock. There's a big double wooden door in front of it that is barred, and there are 2 guards standing on it. Or one up on the wall, one down below. And they're kind of having a conversation. They're talking about the weather.
Okay, I'm kind of standing in the middle of those 2, just waiting for them to make a move.
Anybody in the party want to do anything?
We were just walking out, so...
How strong are they if we go up behind them and just like club them in the head and from behind?
I don't know. They look like your average town guards. Maybe They're both female, so like 5'4", each of them. They're wearing scale mail. They don't look especially strong or especially weak. Pretty standard run-of-the-mill people.
I have a question. So like I did cast Improved Phantasmal Forest. I never casted anything since it. Can I keep doing illusions like until I do another spell?
Yes, but
there's
the
no,
area
like,
doesn't travel.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Uh,
Or maybe it does.
I felt like it did.
Interesting question, Jen.
Illusion, blah, blah.
Did I get a sense of
No, it's the spell area of effect.
what is this town's name?
I don't think you got that.
Off of no customs, I don't know what this town is called.
The no custom spell is not that sort of thing. It gives you like the customs of the land.
Okay.
You'd already been told the name of this town by some sailors yesterday.
Right, it was in passing. I didn't really catch it.
Oh well. Alright, you guys have been standing there awkwardly for a little while. And one of the guards turns to look at you guys and goes, "Huh? What's the matter with you?"
We're just thinking of our next, where we're taking our next route.
She looks at you curiously.
We're traveling through.
I see. Well, it's nighttime.
Yes, we tend to travel at night. The sun's very bothersome, and also there's lots and lots of people around. So just trying not to be in super crowded areas right now.
She raises the lantern to get a better look at you when you say you like to travel at night, and she starts to approach.
I don't like having the sun on my light skin, you see? I'm kind of a diva.
I see. One of those northern ladies, huh?
Exactly. And then I like wave my hair.
Oh. You make me
Sorry
sick.
for that.
We've been traveling for so long.
Well, I recommend you rest here. There's no town for another 50 miles. It's a long road.
What do you think, Captain Trell? I don't say Trellis, I say Captain Trell.
We have camp stuff to camp out if needed. She's and I kind of like whisper over to them, but without her hearing as much. You can see what I'm dealing with, I hope.
She nods and lowers the lantern back down so it's no longer in your eyes and says, "Well, be careful. Don't go south of the river. There's a marsh over there with very dangerous creatures."
Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Anything else we should look out for?
Who's that one? She says, pointing to the guy in, the skeleton in robes.
That is her partner. He doesn't speak much. She does most of the speaking for them.
Oh.
I like the quiet ones, you see.
I'm carrying a box.
I didn't speak to you yet.
I'm not talking. I'm just saying I'm carrying a box.
Well, he'll fit in well here then. If you guys want to go, I'm not going to stop you, but be careful out there. Jungle.
We will. Thank you. And
Right,
Have a good night.
then we continue on.
they open the gate and let you guys out.
Careful not to get sunburned.
Okay, you guys are outside of the city. It is a forest out here. And it's dark, and it's nighttime, and it's almost a new moon, and now you're under the shade of the trees. Well, not quite. There's like 100 or 200 feet before the shade of the trees. So it's going to be really, really dark. The road before you is dirt, but it has deep wagon ruts in it from all the caravans that move about.
Then we follow those little ruts that are in the road. But do we have some light, don't we?
Do any of you guys have any
Should
light
have
sources?
some torches.
I have some torches.
All right.
Do you have torches?
Yeah. 4.
Yeah, once we're out of earshot of those guards, I say, well, I suggest earshot and eyesight. I suggest we camp at that bend, like about 10 miles north, and we just set up camp. And then we can continue the rest of the way to that town.
Sounds good with me.
Very well.
If anyone asks in the future, I am your servant, Trellis.
Sure.
You guys travel through the night until the road begins to curve steadily westward. It is now the middle of the night, maybe you're a little closer to dawn. Been hiking and traveling all day, so I think you're pretty tired. Well, I guess you've been rowing all day and walking all night. The sounds of the forest are alive all around you, much unlike the last forest you were in. And it's kind of humid. You're not... like, it's a warm night, uncomfortably warm as you walk. Were you going to make camp at that bend?
Yes.
You guys make camp. Spend the rest of the night there and wake up 6 or 7 hours later as the sun comes above the tree line, making it nice and bright for you.
I wake up and I go, oh, my skin is burnt. Oh, wait. My skin is burning. Good morning, sunshine.
I nod my head at her. Him, her.
Are you guys just gonna keep going along the road? What's going on?
We pack up and we continue heading.
Yeah, I have Trellis carry my mace and my shield. As I hand it to him in the morning, I make a mention. This land has very strange customs. This applies to you too, Albert. It seems that all males are slaves.
Oh, well, that's why my alter self comes in handy.
A shame that your alter self only works for 20 minutes in the day.
20 minutes of pleasant time is sufficient enough.
Slaves are not permitted to carry any weapons or steel armor, so I suggest
That's fine. I don't use any weapons.
make sure not to be searched with any of them on you.
I see.
Or make sure not to be seen with any of them on you. That goes for Ryan as well. I mean, unfortunately, Ryan, you are back to being a slave, but then again, all of us are.
Should have known this. He takes his short sword and hands it over to V.
To Trellis. I
Trellis,
take it.
yes.
Well, Trellis, it seems like in this land, you are the one who will have to do the talking
Fine by me.
and the leading.
I never steer us wrong, and then I continue on the path.
Although I do not know which of these cities on the south, as I point on the map, is our destination, it is one of these three, I am sure. I point at either the southwest, the south, or the southeast one.
Okay.
I suspect it is the southeast one.
So,
I call it Junta.
you guys head out on the road. About halfway through the day, you spot a whole caravan of wagons coming your way, driven by a woman who's kind of like whipping at the oxen before her, who's perched up on this high wagon. She's got a long sword at her side, and you notice that walking alongside the caravan are 4 women with bows, studded leather armor, and long swords.
All right. Well, I come along the side and make way for them, of course, so we're not walking the same exact path. And I like kind of lead everybody behind me as we walk.
Okay. They look at you, but they don't stop you.
I just nod to one.
At the very end of the wagon, there are maybe 60 men in double file walking behind them, dressed in kind of rags with kind of falling apart sandals. But you guys head in different directions, and you keep traveling throughout the day. By the end of the day, you are most of your way to the next town, but not quite all the way there. So you're gonna have to make another camp at the woods.
Okay. During the camp time, I am inspired by that passing caravan I mentioned. We may want to rugged ourselves up. I'd say to Albert and Ryan. I make sure that, and I kind of dirty up my robe. I don't want to tear it since there's skeleton underneath, but I just make it really dirt.
Okay.
Roll around.
Lovely.
Do we have any rope?
I don't know.
Yes, we do. Maribel had.
All right, I go ahead and give them really loose-fitting knots that they can take off if needed, but it looks like they are tied.
Good idea.
So I go ahead and bind them. Well, when we wake up, I bind them.
Okay.
And then make sure that they know, okay, if you need to get out of here, you're able to do so, but just need to make it look that way.
I wonder if that was a slave caravan. Were they carrying anything on their wagon other than slaves?
Well, the
I did
slaves
not see anything.
there were lots of wagons. Their contents were hidden from your view, though.
The slaves weren't doing anything other than walking, right?
No.
Okay. They were probably up for sale. Albert, if you have a need for any slaves, this seems like it would be the perfect place to pick up some strong men.
You think they're for sale?
Of
Hey,
course.
I thought we were over this thing, says Ryan.
I mean, I can always have more assistance. Could have a good life with us, you know? I think better than most slaves.
Do you want to go back for these people?
No, I think we should.
No, if we
keep
just
going.
happen to pick up, if we happen to see any along the way, Trellis, perhaps you could, if Albert were still interested in acquiring slaves, this seems like the place to do so.
I think we should keep going and being under the radar. I don't think it's the moment to acquire slaves.
So, you guys camp for the night, wake up the next morning, and proceed through the forest towards this next town that you do not know the name of. Can I get perception checks from the whole party, please?
During the camp, I also take my shield back. Not the mace, though.
Oof.
Good for you guys. Alright. So you're walking and chilling and walking and chilling. When you are all completely surprised as out of nowhere a large mountain lion leaps on top of Albert.
Oh,
Albert?
I might just die in one shot. That's really fun.
I'm glad you feel that way. What is your armor class, Mr. Albert?
14.
Ooh, actually. Oh, but that's all from dexterity, right?
Yep.
Alright, so that doesn't count for being
I'm
surprised.
talking about.
Oh, the
All
salt.
those jokes you made.
Alright. The mountain lion claws at you with both of its front claws and sinks its teeth into you as well.
Well, we might be down a party member.
You were warned the road was dangerous. You take 5 points of damage total from the mountain lion.
Alright, I'm still alive.
And roll initiative. D10 plus weapon speed from everybody.
And Ryan didn't get an attack of opportunity?
Everyone was surprised.
Okay.
Mine should actually be +8, so it should be 9 for my initial roll.
And I said mountain.
Looking up
I've been
casting
saying
time.
mountain lion, but I've meant jaguar. I'm sorry.
Too late.
What's the initiative for my dagger?
2. Wow, V, you go first. That's super
All right,
fast.
I go ahead and take. Well, remember I said I add 4 to that, so I'm 9.
Oh, right. I completely forgot that. You still go first, surprisingly.
Okay. All right. I go ahead and take out my bow really fast, and I shoot at the Jaguar.
Okay, make a roll to hit. Nice. You completely miss. In fact, roll me a saving throw versus death to avoid.
What's the saving throw again?
It's a d20, and you want to roll above or equal to your saving throw. It's to the left of your HP.
Okay, one sec.
You want the one paralyzation, poison, and death magic. You want that or higher. What is that number, by the way?
I'm looking. They went up last time. I believe it's 15 because it goes up with level, right?
It should go down with level. What level are you right now?
I'm level 5.
Okay, so in order from top to bottom, those numbers are 11, 13, 12, 13, 14.
Okay. So saving throw versus death is 11.
Yes. Oh, that is beautiful.
No.
You critically miss so badly that you shoot Dark Albert. Please roll an attack roll against Dark Albert with +2 for back attack.
I might die.
+2, so D8 +2.
An attack roll. An attack roll, not a damage roll.
Wow,
Oh,
that's a
attack
good
roll.
Yeah, you could still critical him.
D20 plus, so my attack roll D20 +4 plus another 2.
Yes. 10.
Saved.
All right. You hit Albert. Roll me a damage roll. D8 plus
I'm
nothing.
14 dex.
Yeah, but this is
D8
back
plus
attack. No, plus nothing.
You
Okay.
don't have my dexterity from the back?
Nope, you don't get dexterity from the back.
Saved.
Albert, Trellis shoots you in the back for 2 points of damage.
Well, I'm at 5 points.
I'm so sorry.
I always knew you hated me.
It was an accident. I'm trying to hit the Jaguar.
Trump, it's your
Yeah.
turn. Temriel.
I raise my arm into the sky, and I direct the sun to scorch this mountain line.
And
it has a
then he
save versus
started
spell.
Albert as well, because everybody hits Albert.
The sun scorch comes down, strikes some of the branches, and misses the Jaguar before you. I passed it save.
Okay.
And Albert, you go at the same time as the Jaguar,
Can I, like,
and Riot apparently.
eat or defend or dodge or something?
You can take the total defense action if you just want to defend yourself.
What does it do?
It increases your AC by like 1, since you're not a fighter.
That's horrible.
Yeah, well, you're not a fighter. You're not meant to be standing in the front of the lines.
But, like, I'm done with the whole AC penalty bullshit, right?
The creature will be striking against your normal AC. Any attacks from behind, say from Trellis again, will again hit at you at AC 10.
And there's no way I can, like, get to its side or its back or, like, disengage.
No, you can disengage and move back and disengage behind one of your allies.
I do that.
Okay.
I go behind Temriel.
All right. You carefully back away from the Jaguar who's trying to rip you to shreds, but it goes at the same time.
Is it a
And
Jaguar or a mountain lion?
It's
Not
a
that it really
Jaguar.
matters.
I misspoke earlier when I said mountain lion.
Got it.
Oh. It sinks its claws and teeth into you one more time, Dark Albert.
I might die.
You take 8 points of damage as the Jaguar starts to tear Albert apart.
I start bleeding out.
All right. With its last bite on you, when you fall unconscious, it grabs you and starts to like back up into the forest.
Ah, how fun, Neil. What about Ryan's attack of opportunity? He's right next to me and he has a dagger. I mean,
Ryan
like,
makes his attack. He doesn't
Ryan
get
doesn't
attack
have a dagger.
He has a magical something. He has a magical scimitar. He uses his
I
magical.
think he turned it in.
He turned his weapon into V. He's got nothing. Ryan's just got his hands.
Great.
Get him, Ryan!
Are you
Get
kidding?
his claws.
Are you kidding? Hell no! V, you get a second
I
shot.
get one more attack,
Yeah, you
right?
do.
Okay, I aim for the head.
Roll the hit.
That will hopefully drop the claw dropper. Okay. All right.
There
18.
you go. You hit it.
7 points of damage.
Congratulations. You strike the Jaguar square in the front shoulder.
Yes.
Alright. Let's roll initiative for next round.
Does it drop Albert?
It does not drop Albert.
Okay.
Dark Albert, you go first and you take a point of bleeding damage.
Yay.
The Jaguar takes its turn, is spent just dragging Albert into the woods. And then V goes.
I run up and continue to kind of follow enough as much distance as I can get in one turn. I keep shooting my bow and arrow at it. Or
All
my
right.
arrows.
Roll the hit.
Dark Albert bleeds profusely.
Did I hit?
Nope. You miss. Trump?
You might want to heal her as I call back. Or heal him as I call back to Tamriel.
Because he's bleeding out everywhere.
Looks like he's taking quite some damage there.
Tamriel, it's your turn.
Yeah, I kind of run alongside Trellis, and once again I raise my hands and I call down another scorching ray from the sky.
This
onto
time,
this guy.
it strikes the Jaguar directly. Roll me some damage.
All right, looks like that is 1d6 plus 7. It's also blinded for 1d4 rounds. Blinded for 3.
Okay. The Jaguar releases Albert from its jaws when it's struck blind. Gives a wild howl. And I think Tamriel gets another shot. No, not Tamriel. Trellis gets another shot.
Okay.
What about Ryan?
Blind, so it might have lower defense. Oh,
Give me
boy.
another saving throw versus death, B. Don't fail this one. Alright, you're good. You're good.
What about Ryan? Wouldn't he go like try to patch me up or something?
He's got no weapon.
Yeah, he can patch me up. It's not like fighting.
But yeah, the Jaguar has let go of you, but it's still right over you. He's not gonna like jump in front of the Jaguar. And...
Coward. I'm done saving it back.
You're not a damsel in distress, I'm sorry.
Alright. Initiative for the next round.
Is Jen's initiative 1d10 or 1d10 plus 3?
It's just gonna be 1d10 for bleeding out.
Okay. Let me
Dark
look up
Albert,
what this-
I think you go first, and you take another point of bleeding damage. The Jaguar goes next, unless...
What is 7?
no, you go next. Emerald.
Okay. I walk up to Albert and lay my hands on him. Cast Cure Moderate Wounds.
Albert, you are returned to 1 HP. And you are no longer bleeding.
Could I have done Cure Light Wounds and it also would go back to 1 HP? Wait, can I do like a 1 HP heal?
Not an Orison.
Okay, I'll do Cure Light.
Yeah, cool. Cure Light Wounds. He recovers to 1 HP. The Jaguar goes next. It turns and starts to bolt into the woods. It is blind. It runs into a low-hanging tree branch. It kind of stuns itself. Looks, tries to look around, growls, and then runs back out into the woods. Runs through some bushes. You can hear it hitting things and just, frantically running while blind.
I run after this.
Okay. The Jaguar is super fast, except for all the running into stuff. So you can definitely get another shot on it this round. With
Okay,
another +2
I
for
run
back attack.
after and then I keep shooting my arrows at him.
Make sure to bring it down, Trellis. I call after her.
Another roll to hit.
Yeah.
Nice.
7 points of damage.
Nice. The Jaguar is badly wounded. It is bleeding all over the place, leaving a nice, fresh blood trail for you to follow if you so desire.
I keep following.
All right, roll me initiative. Ugh. All right, the Jaguar gets ahead of you again, and I think this round you can only, after catching up to it, you can only make one shot.
I only made one shot last round too. Okay.
Did you make two? You only made one last round?
Yeah, only one.
Then make a second shot for last round that we missed.
Sorry.
Ooh,
Yes.
that is a double critical. Please roll me 3d8.
Oh, sorry.
That's fine.
3d8. There you go. All right.
All right. You hit it in the back between its shoulders, and it collapses to the ground.
All right. I run over to it. Can I drag it back, or am I not strong enough for that?
What's your strength?
My strength is. It should be 14, I believe it went up to.
Oh, right.
Or just. Yeah.
Yeah. That should be enough to drag the Jaguar back slowly.
Okay. I drag it back slowly.
As I see Trellis dragging it back, I kind of look at her and I say, there's no need for moving that around. It shall soon be able to move on its own accord again.
I sigh. I let out a sigh.
Don't you
And
think,
I just let it go and walk away.
don't you think it's not very subtle to travel with an undead panther?
You're unconscious, Dark Albert.
Don't you think?
We might want to use it for food.
We've brought plenty. Besides, jaguars are stealthy, and I'm sure it can follow in the brush off to the side.
If you say so.
Besides, how could I pass up such a powerful specimen?
You're welcome. And then I just
Good
roll
shooting.
and walk out.
I'll make sure that the jaguar is put into good use.
I go ahead and go over to Dr. Albert, and do we still have some stuff from herbs and stuff?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay, I go ahead and bandage him up
Okay.
a little bit more.
After a day of rest, Albert, you will gain D3 HP from all this.
Okay.
But it'll still take you a day's worth of resting.
Yeah.
You guys are somewhere in a forest following a road. You don't really know how far it is until town or anything. And there's no one else about right now. And Dark
Excellent.
Albert cannot walk on his own. He'd have to be very carefully moved if you want to.
Well, it seems like here's as good a place as any to set up camp. As Trellis sets up camp, I perform the ritual of raising the jaguar from the dead.
How many undead can you control at once? Oh, no, how many undead can you raise at once?
7 hit dice worth.
Okay. And if I understand the spell correctly, you just raise it back at its normal hit die?
Let's see. Zombie forms have 1 more hit die.
Alright, so this is a 5 hit die Jaguar. So go ahead and roll me 5d8. Your Jaguar has 18 hit points. I'm going to ask you to keep track of this.
Sure.
Alright. And why don't we take our break while you guys rest on the side of the road for a day, waiting for Dark Albert to regain consciousness. We'll see you guys in a few minutes on the other side of our break. Bye-bye.